John Fredericks Radio Network, the John Fredericks Radio app. It is Monday, January 12th. Great to have you with us. President Trump on the plane last night, getting back from West Palm Beach, mocking CNN, but he keeps calling on them, and they're in the front row in the press briefing. So this thing is really getting ridiculous. I mean, if you're going to put them there, stop making fun of them or get them out, one or the other. But having said that, these people are ridiculous. President Trump yesterday, he had a great weekend. First of all, one of the best things he did, starting on January 20th, which is 8 days from today, the president for 2026 capping interest rates on all credit card, including existing debt, at 10%. Now, a lot of people say, well, this is the government getting involved in private industry. The president laid out in very succinct terms, we've got a record right now, debt in this country, credit card debt. People are suffering, got to bring prices down. And so the credit cards, he believes the companies is charging 21, 22, up to 27%, 30% interest, are really taking advantage of the situation and milking people. You can make plenty of money at 10%. Now, what this is going to mean is that your monthly credit card payments are going to come down. The interest you pay is going to come down, gives you a chance to breathe and pay this off. Now, the reality is, rates are higher because credit is extended and it's not always worthy 100% credit. Therefore, a higher rate by somebody with perfect credit on a credit card, you're paying the higher rate based on giving credit to people that don't have that type of a credit rating. And look, I went through that for a long time, so nobody gets this better than I do. Now, what this is going to mean in the market is that credit card companies are going to stop extending credit to people without a perfect, 700 score, right? They're simply not going to do that because they can't make enough money. They can't get enough of the write-offs of bad debt at just charging 10%. So that is the economic capitalist reality of what will happen. But I'm willing to trade that off. Look, I've got, our company has credit cards all over the place. I like it. So, let's give us a chance. Let's get everybody a chance to breathe here and get even as prices come down. So I love that what President Trump did. And I think, I think we need to see more of that, not less. More of that, not less. Now, these protests that are going on, these are paid agitators. John Solomon and Just the News did an exhaustive expose on where this money is coming from. And of course, it's coming from Marxist billionaires, right? It's coming from a number of Marxist communist billionaires, Soros and others and his friends, that want the country to collapse so they can reap the benefit of it. So it's coming from them. There's also money coming from the CCP, from Russia. This thing is all funded. It's foreign laundered money. It's the Communist Party of China. It's Marxist and communist billionaires funding these NGOs that are then funding these paid protesters. And look, this is not going to end well. I told you this before. I've also told you that in New York City, the flash mobs are now paid and they're part of Mamdani's army. That's why he's opening up his arm to every illegal in the country, telling them to come to New York. Where are they going to live? Who's going to pay them? How are they going to eat? What's their housing? He'll figure it out because that's his army. This guy is never going to get removed from power. He is going to create a communist enclave in New York City, and I guarantee that he will get Wall Street and big business to play ball with him because all they care about is short-term profit. And so he'll find a way to work with them. What they should do is move out, shut the thing down and move out and let the thing collapse. But they're not going to do it. I'd agreed. So you always get the biggest companies supporting the communists because they crowd the competition out to get their money. And that is exactly what's going to happen. There's not going to be a small business left in New York City. Not one. He doesn't care. That's not his voter. And he doesn't even have voters. He has activists who scam the vote and who will mobilize a flash mob at any given point if something's going on that he doesn't want. And he's going to allow looting and everything else and call it reparations. You got to get what's going on here, folks. Is it just me ringing the bell? Because you look at these protests, these are not organic protests like when I grew up and you had, people protesting Vietnam and Woodstock. These were kids that didn't want the war. They were organic. There was no internet. They figured out how to get together and they went in the Central Park or whatever, and they did their protests or their sit-ins at Columbia, whatever they did. This is not these people are paid. This is a profession. You're a paid agitator. One of them happened to get shot for trying to run over a cop. You know what? I had a person tell me over the weekend that I had dinner with, lovely person, tell me, the optics aren't good. Really? I respectfully agree to disagree. Love you, don't agree. I don't really give a rat's ass about the optics. The country's hanging by a thread. We are on the verge of a Marxist communist takeover in this country. Our biggest city, our financial center, fell to the communists and their army. This is the way I look at this. And we're worried about optics. Look, November's going to come here soon enough. The midterms are going to define where we're going. Why I'm very optimistic about winning is because I believe enough people are going to make the decision they'd rather have a country than not, because that's really what this decision is in the midterms. It's about local. It's not about anything else. Do you want a country or not? If you don't, then you're going to vote the Democrats in. Then you have no country. You have chaos. You have looting. You have no law and order. You have open borders again. You have Trump being impeached. You have no country. Zero. That's what they want. That's what they're going to get. I don't think this happens. And as far as affordability is concerned, nobody's as sensitive to that as me. Prices are going to come down. GDP is going to continue to grow. And people are looking at these riots where these ICE officers are trying to deport illegal aliens that has collapsed our housing market. The fraud is beyond the pale. What sane American is going to vote for the party that is now defending this level of fraud in America? They're defending it because it's their vote base, and they've been stealing the money forever. Somebody just happened to finally catch them. If this expose hadn't gone on in Minneapolis, you think we'd be looking at Ohio or California or any of these states? No, it would have just gone on. The money laundered back to the Democrat Communist Party, just laundered back. The whole thing laundered back. Oh, these ICE agents, they're picking on people. No, you came here illegally. Get the hell out. We deported 500,000 people in 2025. 2026 needs to be 1.5 million. It needs to triple. You got to get them out. And the Democrats are going to fight this tooth and nail because that is their future. You get these people out, they'll never win an election. This is why the Republicans in the Senate are asinine for not getting rid of the filibuster, getting everything they need passed, including one vote, 1 day paper ballots, which they could do like that. But they refuse to do it. That ensures you win because it's legal. I mean, the vote fraud that's going on here on the ground is incredible. I mean, Trump was right. He said, I probably won every election in Minnesota. He's probably correct if you take out the illegal voters. He's right there. So look, guys, you got to lace them up here, lace them tight. And I tell you what, the one pitfall we have to avoid, the one thing we cannot let happen, government shutdown. I don't care what the Democrats want. They're going to want this shut down. They're going to want to tank GDP. They're going to want everybody to go through this again. Whatever it is, give it to them. I don't really care. I care about winning. Winning. Like Kirk Signetti says. Who are you? I'm a winner. Google me. Winning. The famous words of Al Davis. What are you going to do about this? What are you going to do about that? Turned around from his dinner table and he said, just win, baby. Figure it out. Just win. We've got to win. And in order to win, you can't have a shutdown. I don't care what the Democrats want in the short term. Give it to them, then pass the filibuster and rescind it. Who cares? Pass it. Government shutdown is the only way we lose. It will tank the economy again. And there's no reason to do that. Things are moving in our direction. They want a 3-year Obama subsidy. You know, who cares? Trillions of dollars are being stolen from us, and we're worried about a subsidy. Like, who cares? This is so ridiculous. It makes my head explode. You have to win or you have no country. You cannot have another shutdown. You have to pass this. Let Schumer claim victory. Who cares? Win. Odds are stacked against us. Odds are stacked were against San Francisco last night. Half the team is hurt. They carry off their best tight end. They carry him off, George Kittle. They carry him off on a stretcher, playing on the road. Their entire defensive backfield came off the street. Practice squad guys. They go into Philadelphia. They beat the Eagles. Grit. Told you the Eagles were frauds. Told you. They beat half a team last night. I mean, they couldn't beat half a team. Half a team. Frauds. Told you. By the way, sidebar. Had a very good weekend. Very good weekend. Including the two college games. I went 6-1. Only game I lost was the Patriots game, where I took the 3.5 with the Chargers, thinking that Justin Abar was finally going to win a big game. I'm not a believer anymore. He was horrible last night. Got beat by a rookie. I mean, there's no way you lose that game if you're the Chargers. You know, first a goal in the 3. I mean, what the hell are you doing? Anyway, not a fan. Took the 3.5. Should have won that, but I won all the other games. Bears, Niners, the Bills, and Cats +10. Anyway, tonight, love the Steelers. Enough of that. We got a lot going on. Tyler says we need the Godzilla Wins website again. You know, I just might do that, Tyler. I'm going to write that down. Tyler says he needs a Godzilla Wins website. I just might do that. You know what? I just might do that, Tyler. I just might do that because, yeah, I think Tyler's onto something, right? Because we're hot. I mean, I'm hot. If you're not following my picks against the spread, like, what are you doing? I mean, I've had a great season. And my hockey, I think the last 10 hockey games, I'm 8-2. Hockey's my thing. Anyway, baseball's coming up. Godzilla Wins, baby. Yes, Tyler, we will do that. Okay, we got a lot of phone calls. 888-480-JOHN, 888-480-5646. Paid mobs, paid by the CCP, paid by Marxist communist billionaires. These are disrupting the country. They need to be shut down. How do you shut them down? Force. Oh, the optics. I don't care about the optics. You know what the optics are? You look up when the gun goes, you look up the scoreboard. That's the optics. Do you get more points than they do to win? I don't care if the game played out. Optics. I don't care. The optics right now, anybody with a brain in their head says you can't have a country where paid protesters are disrupting law enforcement operations. Otherwise, you have no country. You have chaos. You have mob rule. Mob rule.